from our well-equipped laboratories. We have the chemical pathology, histopathology, microbiology, and hematology lab. And then we have the radiodiagnostics, modern mammography machine. And then we have the X-ray.
Royal Majesty, the Ohinoi of Imperial Land, who is unavoidably absent. May God Almighty Allah continue to grant him sound health. Ably represented by the Ohi of Okewan, distinguished Senator Oseni, all other National Assembly members here present, State House of Assembly here present, all other traditional rulers here present, all members of the State Executive Council, all security heads here present, the entourage of Mr. President, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is historical. It's a historical moment in the life of Kogi State and indeed in the life of we, the Ibiras, and other tribes in Okene and Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, we are celebrating ever since you granted these onerous requests to come and commission few out of thousands of our projects in Kogi State. Kogi State and my people have been celebrating. We say, Nyase, Olale, Ekabo. These are the three major languages we speak in Kogi State. We welcome you, Mr. President. When I was sworn in on 27th of January 2016, we were determined to serve our people. We quickly commissioned professionals from the multidimensional sector to form what we call New Direction Blueprint. From that inception up to date, this particular document, which will be given, a copy will be given to you today, have served as a guide for accelerated development in Kogi State. We took our time to move around the crannies of Kogi State to determine what they want. And every year we zero it down to our budgetary provisions, and we have ensured to follow it to the letter. Mr. President, from that moment, and during every of our campaign, we promise to fulfill all the campaign promises. Today, from all the commissions so far, and those that will continue to commission for us, are a promise made and a promise kept. We decided to ensure that the entirety of the people of Kogi State benefit from her resources, financial resources, natural resources, and every other resources that God Almighty abound here in Kogi State. And that is why we are saying what we are saying today. Your Excellency, you hit the ground running, and you taught me how to be courageous in leadership. You taught me how to bring out my best in leadership. And my people are so interested that your best is ever good enough for them. They are simply wanting me to ensure that I continue to give my best for the people of Kogi State. And that is why I follow you, sir, in ensuring that infrastructure that will last long, that will touch the lives of our people, both presently and in the future, are embarked upon. You have just commissioned Agasa, Upogoro, Ohiana, Spur, Benin Road. You have just commissioned this branded new Ohinoi Palace. We have a wonderful cordial relationship with our traditional rulers. We are going to continue to commission the one of its kind reference hospital here in Okene. We are going to commission one of its kind Ganaja flyover. In fact, aside Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, that particular flyover is one of its kind in the North Central. You will never find such again anywhere in other states as far as North Central is concerned. Sir, when you return from London sometimes in 2017, you emphasized education, education, and education. And that education is what will bring the future close to us and make the future brighter. Your Excellency, you are going to commission an ultra-modern secondary school called GYD Model Secondary School in Lokoja. This secondary school can even be likened to some universities in Africa. And Your Excellency, there are so many more projects. You will commission Muhammad Buhari Square. You are going to help us to commission a modern security vehicles equipped with modern state-of-the-art equipment to fight crimes and criminality. Your Excellency, today is not a speech-making day because we are conscious of the time. Sir, I will not fail to appreciate all that you have done for us. He just mentioned one, which is the payment of the debt owed to the past concessionaire of Ajaokuta Steel Rolling Mill. No nation can boast of any industrialization and development without iron and steel. And you have commissioned that, and by the grace of God, we are confident that you are going to ensure that that Ajaokuta Steel Rolling Mill is up and running before the expiration of the time. We thank you for the various other projects, the Itapewori Railway, that you have put us to use today. Our people are no longer afraid of all these menaces on the road. If they want to go to the south-south and part of southeast, they make use of the railroad. And the ongoing road projects that are going on in Kogi State, Your Excellency, we thank you. We thank you for ensuring that all the security agencies in Kogi State work hand in hand with the government and the people of Kogi State that is giving the North Central relative peace. Because, Your Excellency, Kogi State border 10 states including FCT. If what is happening in some other states are happening in Kogi State, Your Excellency, wallahi, the whole of North Central and part of this country will not see peace. So, here we thank all security agencies for a job well done. Your Excellency, just about 2 months ago, the North and South was cut off as a result of climate change that resulted into heavy flooding. We are virtually experiencing it every year. Farmlands are being destroyed, livelihoods are being destroyed, and we're doing our best to ensure that those people return back to their farmlands to continue to farm so that we're not confronted with food insecurity. We thank you, sir, because you rose up to the challenge and immediately set up presidential committee to look into the devastation of this particular flood. That is how responsive and sensitive you are to serve the people of this country. In that particular flood, a lot of foodstuffs coming from the north to the south got destroyed. And we even experienced first scarcity in Abuja and some parts of the north. So please direct the Minister of Works to ensure that that particular portion and the roads between Kogi and Abuja, the road between Kogi and Kwara State, the road between here and Otupa, between here and Benin are quickly fixed and put into use, because that will ensure more economic prosperity for the whole of this country. We thank you, Mr. President, for taking your time to be here. And we are looking forward to welcoming you once again, because we have thousands of projects to be commissioned. And we hope that when you come, next time you will spend at least minimum of 1 week with us here. So that we can entertain you as much as possible. Our people are hospitable. And we want to once again appreciate you, and we'll continue to celebrate. I appreciate the entourage of Mr. President for making this possible. You guys are wonderful. God continue to bless you. As you all come here safely, may Almighty Allah return you back to Abuja safely. Thank you and welcome once again.
Yes. As at the time of procurement of our MRI machine, it was the first in Africa, but right now it's the first in Sub-Saharan Africa, sir. It's a 1.5 Tesla machine. He's an ENT surgeon.